today? I'm Ranger Rebecca, joining you from Pocahontas State Park right outside of Chesterfield, Virginia. I was just about to go find some geocaches and I was hoping you'd want to come along with me. Do you know what geocaching is? Well, it's basically an outdoor treasure hunt using a GPS unit. The GPS unit has coordinates and you navigate to a specific set of coordinates, which is where lines of latitude and longitude intersect. And at the spots, you're gonna look for the cache. So not money, but like a hidden box. So in 2000, when this game kind of started, the year 2000, when this game started, some folks would have used a GPS unit like that. However, nowadays, there's an app for that. So I have a geocaching app on my phone, and I'm just gonna log in real quick so we can find our treasure. You wanna join? Great. So I'm logging in. So if you visit geocaching.com, you would learn all about geocaching. And one of the first things you need to do is think of a fun and clever name for you or your family. You register that name, and that is going to be your name for every cache that you find. So before we get started, there's always these prompts on your app that talks about how to be safe. There's some things that you want to keep in mind when you're out here. We'll get to those in a little bit. And then it'll bring up a map of your area. And we're, like I mentioned, at Pocahontas State Park. So here is a map of the park. And I have the free version of geocaching, so it doesn't give me all the caches that are available to find. The green ones are the ones I have not found, the smiley faces are ones I have found, and the gray boxes are the ones that I don't have access to because I don't pay for the full membership. There's a lot here at Pocahontas. There's this guy over here, it's a pretty cool hiker. We have about 100 geocaches, but today I was going to find two that are my favorite that I've found before. And the first one is Take Your Pick. So we're going to select that one and hit navigate, and we should be fairly close to it. It says we're about 104 feet away. Take or give about 15 feet just for arrows. And we're going to head off into the woods and find this cache. So y'all ready? Come on, let's go. So one of the neat things about geocaching is a lot of times you see things that you might not normally see when you're out on the trail. For instance, look at these blueberries. Not quite ripe yet, but they will make a tasty treat for some deer or birds here soon. Well, we're 62 feet away, so let's keep going. We're getting close. This is 23 feet, so it gets a little squirrely when you're standing still. The GPS unit is basically sending up a signal to satellites, and they send a signal back in return to track your location. So if you stand still, it has a hard time keeping up, but as you move, things should start working. All right. So it says I'm 6 feet away, plus or minus 15 feet. 10 feet, 12 feet. See, it's getting a little squirrely. So we are going to start looking for the cache. Now it is called, if we remember, Take Your Pick. And a lot of times the geocaches or the caches that you find have a clever name that kind of give you a hint as to what it could be. So take a look around, look up, look down, look all around, and see if you can find any sort of hidden containers. Oh, found it. Do y'all see it? Y'all see them, I should say. There are 3. So here you go. There are 3 containers hidden in this tree. And luckily, when I'm looking at my app, it gives you some clues. So if you hit difficulty, it tells you that it's somewhat easy to find within about 10 minutes. The terrain is flat, more than likely, less than a half-mile hike, and it's a small geocache, so about the size of a sandwich box, but these are a little smaller. So from here, you can read your description. which says only one will give you the smiley. Located along the Findlay Station Trail in Pocahontas State Park. The park is open from dusk till dawn. There's a parking fee. Tick spray during warmer weather is recommended. So that is one of the things you want to keep in mind when you're geocaching. There could be some creepy crawlies on the trail, ticks, spiders, poison ivy, snakes, just kind of the normal things that are out in the woods that you want to keep in mind. So let's see if we can open these up and find the treasure, which, pick again. See, this is just, looks like a Gatorade bottle top screwed together. There's, a Band-Aid. So each cache typically has a treasure hidden inside. We'll get to that in a little bit. Second time is the pick again. So, what does this say? Hello world, hi person. Okay, well then third time must be the charm. So let's take a look at this, and aha! This is what we are looking for. In each cache, you should have a little piece of paper or notebook, depends on the size of the cache, but this is the log that you sign to prove that you have been here. And this one does have a tiny treasure. So let me put my name on this log, and my name is Ranger Cat 86. The cat comes from my college's mascot, Western Carolina University Catamounts. So you'll sign the log, put that in there just the way you found it, and also there's like 3 rules for geocaching, one of which is if you take a treasure, you need to leave a treasure, but I'm not gonna take this treasure, so I'm going to leave it here in the box. There we go. Your second rule of geocaching is that you should always log when you find your coordinates. So, or when you find your cache, you log it. So I will log, make a little note. Found on a beautiful day. And then I'm going to say TFTC, which stands for thanks for the cache. And it's logged, and that note will be able, folks will be able to read that note when they come out to find it. So I just pulled up our second cache that we're going to find. It's called Pest Control, and we are going to navigate to that, and it's about 0.2 miles away. I'm up for some walking, but I don't know if 2 miles is where I'm at today. But let's go and see if we can find this one, Pest Control. Come on. How are y'all doing back there? We have about 100 feet or so before we find our cache, so not too much longer. Oh, so I mentioned that there were 3 rules of geocaching. Besides like bring your backpack, know where you're going, things like that. There was leave something if you take something, log your adventure on the logbook, and also log your visit on the app. The 4th unofficial rule, or at least my 4th rule, is that if you see trash, you should always pack it out with you to leave it a little better than what you found it. So, we're almost there. Come on. Well, we're at 15, 12, 10 feet, so it should be somewhere around here. And speaking of where geocaches can be, there are 3 million plus hidden on all 7 continents around the world. And a lot of times the geocache folks, the geocachers, hide them in special places, so parks, picnic benches, things like that in cities. I mean, they can be found at your local Wawa more than likely. You can leave one, just make sure you have permission. And, oh, did you guys find it this time? How cool is that? So let's log our find. And this is called Pest Control. Pretty fitting name of giant fly swatter. And this container is pretty small. They can be as big as an ammo can or as small as like a magnet on the back of a stop sign. I mean, they can be all shapes and sizes. That's kind of probably the most fun part about geocaching. And this one is well loved. So do you guys want to sign this one? There's not a treasure to leave, but you can at least sign it. Here you go.